Hello and welcome. My name is Kathryn Kauffman, and I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to the special video on how to work with fall and autumn energies. So I've been asked a couple times to do this special video once a year, and certainly we definitely need to hear this message for this year. We just passed the autumnal equinox, and the equinoxes happen twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, and that's when the sun is exactly above the equator and the lengths of the day are equal. So there's an equal amount of day and an equal amount of night. So we're looking at words that relate for fall like balance, change, and abundance. And I think those are the three most important words that we can focus on right now. As far as abundance, the earth has produced its bounty for the year. All the crops are coming in, and there's a plethora of vegetables available and seasonal fruits. These stores people are processing for the autumn and winter, and it's kind of in our DNA to feel settled at this time of year when we're able to process all of the produce, and there's like a satisfaction or a completion or a calmness that can be had by appreciating the abundance and knowing that you will have enough for the fall and winter. You will be provided for. But then, even though that there is an abundance, there's also a huge amount of change that's going on in the environment. And so all of the greens are fading, the dry husks are coming out, the smell in the air has changed, and the vibrance of spring and summer is starting to recede. And so we need the relaxed feeling deep inside that happens, releasing fears of not having enough. Because certainly the abundance of fall is trying to show us that yes, things are changing. Yes, the energies are diminishing, but the abundance that is so prevalent at this time of year helps you to release those fears of not having enough. Okay, so one of the ways that I've been processing a lot of fruits and vegetables is drying them, but also I did start to try this year a sun-dried tomato recipe. And so I have several jars that I've put back for that. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the recipe in case you want it, and I'll also post it in the description box if somebody wants to copy and paste that and try it out. So you're going to use 4 ripe tomatoes. They can be Roman tomatoes, they can be regular tomatoes, it really doesn't matter. But you want to cut those about 1/4 of an inch thick. And so some of the other ingredients that you're going to use are a couple of cups of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of dried oregano, and dried thyme or dried basil. It can be one of each, can be all. And it just depends on your taste. Do you want a lot of herb in it, or do you want a little? So we're also going to use some fresh lemon juice, salt, and fresh ground pepper. So you want to heat your oven to 225, put your tomatoes on the baking sheet, arrange them in rows, sprinkle them with a little bit of salt and the lemon juice, and you want to let those stay on the baking sheet for about an hour. Then what you're going to do in sterilized jars, or really this amount only makes one big jar, but you're going to sterilize your jars or jar, and then you're going to put a layer of olive oil in the bottom, put your dried tomatoes in there after they've baked for an hour in the oven, and add your salt, pepper, and your herbs, and then top off with oil, the extra virgin olive oil, and seal the jar. Now this has to be kept in the refrigerator, but you can keep it in the refrigerator for up to a month, but trust me, it won't last that long. Sun-dried tomatoes are extremely good. Other things that we love to do to celebrate fall is if you have some apples that are laying around that are on the verge of not being able to use, and maybe you're tired of eating apples all of a sudden, you definitely can dehydrate those and cut them into rings. And these can be made as wreaths for fall decoration. You can put them on your front door. You can make, kind of a circular decoration for your for a fall table. Maybe put some candles in the middle. And also, when you're using the dried fruit ring, you can add essential oils to that, like cinnamon or orange, or a combination of cinnamon and orange. And that really helps with the fall ambience of your home, and it sort of keeps the energy at a higher, more happy level. Now, as the temperatures get cooler, cooler means slower, and this means that it's kind of signaling us that we need to take that coffee break, that we need to stop for just a moment and catch our breath and enjoy and reflect on the changes that are going on in the environment. So this is a huge time of year for reflection on the year, the things that have happened, the things that we're leaving behind. And so reflection allows us to really analyze the moments of time that have led up to the current day. Now, another thing that I love to do in the fall is taking photographs of the fall trees and pumpkins. And what that does is it allows us to capture the moments for the future. And so when you're having kind of a down day and you want a little pick-me-up, you can flip back through your fall pictures and pick out one of your favorites, and that memory comes flooding back of where you were and how you captured that picture. So this 2020 fall ushers in passage of summer events into memory, spring and summer events into memory. And so we welcome the change for this year. We're really open to things changing and moving away from the spring and summer that we've had. Now, gemstones that you want to work with for fall are ones that are really earthy, rich colors such as reds, orange, earthy brown, burgundies, golden yellows, yellow, specifically red or brown jasper, boulder opal, citrine, orange calcite, amber, carnelian, brown agate, garnet, dark ruby, or red coral. And I'm going to show you a few right now. Let's take a look at the red coral. Isn't that just a beautiful piece of red coral? So if you wanted to work with the autumn energies but include the element of water, this would be a phenomenal one to work with. Let's look at a chunk of amber. That rich golden yellow, honey yellow. That brings in a lot of warmth, and it just feels like a huge big hug coming off of that. Now, this wasn't on the list, but it's a really good one to have and to work with. It's just hard to find, and that's a big chunk of brown tourmaline. Isn't that beautiful? You don't see that very often. You'll see black tourmaline, blue tourmaline, and green tourmaline, but not so much the brown tourmaline. This is a really beautiful piece of agate. Doesn't have too much brown, but it has a base of brown, kind of taupe, with that dark brown and black, and then the orange. So those are really nice colors to use for this fall. I mentioned orange calcite, and this is a nice big chunk of orange calcite. And the things I like about orange calcite is the waxy feel that orange or any kind of calcites have. Another really good one for this fall is tiger's eye. Look how beautiful that tiger's eye is. The rich brown and golden colors are going right with this energy of change. And working with tiger's eye can actually give you the energy that you need to make changes. These are agate and carnelian. These are different colors of agate, and this is the carnelian. Aren't they just absolutely beautiful? And you can work with picture jasper as well if it's the right wavelength of color. Now, isn't that beautiful? I always love this type of stone because it can be so varied. But those are the fall colors and the fall gemstones that we can work with right now. The energy of the gemstones provides a much needed grounding effect during these times of stress, and it gives us a solid base to work from so that we can go forward without being as fearful. The red energy wavelengths of some of these stones provide a restoration to the auric field. And so when you feel like you're low on your energy and you need a boost, wear some red agate or red carnelian. Those are excellent things to work with. And because of everything that's happened this year, some of us are feeling really low on our energy and just feeling zapped and exasperated. These are wonderful stones to help put the energy back into your auric field and help you feel like you can take on these challenges and do a good job of decision making and make major changes that produce a better life path. Some of these were really good to work with for that. Okay, so now your body stores energy in the summertime for use in the winter, and the cooler temps make it ideal to soak up the last golden rays of the season. And so it's those lingering kind of farewell moments that we are saying to the sun at this time of year, where it's not too hot and you can just sit out on your porch or on your back deck and allow the sun to really sink into your skin and your hair and your auric field and really feel that warm glow without being burnt to the stake, and really connect with and send your energy out and connect with those lingering moments left that we have sunlight. So those are always really fun things to do. During the fall season, we celebrate light, and we have things to do that with, like candles. You may want to get candles of fall colors like yellow, orange, red, and brown. Scented ones are even better to add energy to the environment with aromas of spiced orange, cinnamon, pumpkin, nutmeg. There's a place that I get some body care products from. It's called House of Gloy, H-A-U-S of Gloy, G-L-O-I. They have the most wonderful body care products for fall. And that's actually how I got to know them, is the specialized body care that they make during the fall season. Now let me let you in on some of the fragrances that they have. These fragrances you will not find anywhere else. Nowhere else that I found has scents like these. So some of the scents that they use, or aromas that they use for fall, are autumn leaves, vanilla pods, dry hay fields, weathered wood, pumpkin pulp, corn husks, and maple syrup. These are awesome combinations or singles of these scents. It's a capturing of the fall essence to have the aroma of those drying corn husks. And what that does is it just takes you away to a memory maybe of your youth, of running through the cornfields as the husks were drying. Foods are important. really important aspects of autumn, because we're also using the produce, the abundance that's happening. So you want warm, enriching, healing, soothing soups, all the way ranging from homemade lemon and rice chicken soup to the ever faithful ham hock and bean soup with cornbread on the side. Drinks need to be warmed, like, maybe your favorite coffee with pumpkin spice creamer, maybe mulled ciders or mulled wines. And I'm going to leave a recipe for a mulled cider in the description box for you, but I'll go ahead and give you the recipe here. So you'll want a quart of apple cider, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 allspice berry, or 2 if you want it really zippy, 1 whole clove, and 1 half orange thinly sliced. So you want to place all these ingredients into a pot and bring the pot up to a simmer on medium, low, or low. You want to simmer that gently for 10 minutes, strain off the ingredients, and divide amongst individual mugs and serve hot. This concludes our look at how to work with the autumnal and fall season. I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday on Monday Night Live in Lexington, a paranormal blog with Kathryn Kauffman, psychic medium of Lexington, Kentucky. We'll see you guys later. Kisses from Kentucky. Bye now.